right, look, welcome back to the channel. And we're like blown away from the support that we've been receiving from the YouTube channel.
Yes.
And we probably going to say thank you a lot because that's how we are. So you will hear thank you from us a whole lot. We appreciate it. Nothing goes unnoticed. So check this out. We really, well, we want to kind of like introduce ourselves and get like a little backstory about us so y'all can understand like where we're trying to go. And then a little bit about how we got into van life.
Excuse me.
And a little bit about how she got into van life. I think it was 4 or 5 years after I got into van life. So sit back, relax, and we're about to have story time. All right, so how I got into van life was I was building my first food truck in 2016, and I couldn't find no videos on how to build a food truck, and like I didn't know how to build a food truck, so I couldn't find any videos on how to build food trucks. So what I did, I started looking for videos on how to do water systems, how to do electrical, and how to do stuff in like a mobile vehicle. And campers started popping up. RVs started popping up. And then as I'm looking more and more on how to build this food truck, you got the campers, you had the RVs. Then I seen the schoolies first. And that's what I was building, a school bus. So I'm looking up school bus food truck, but nothing came up. So I seen the word schoolies, and I'm like, people take school buses and live inside of them. Like we know about RVs and travel trailers, we see them all the time. But I was like, people taking school buses and they living in them. So after more research and more research, I'm like, vans, van life, like people taking vans and they living in them. And I'm like, this is almost like what we did as a child. You know, my dad had 3 vans as a child, and we would like sit in the van and watch TV, or you know, it made a trip to like the doctor's office, or a trip to a store where we're gonna be at that spot for a long time. It made that trip like a whole lot easier. You know, we would park by a shade tree, open up the doors in the van, you know, lay the bed out, and we would, you know, wait to my mother come out the store, or whatever, wherever we was at, and hospital or whatever. But I was like, when I seen the vans and the schoolies and people living in them full time, like it was, you know, it went on later to the tiny houses and stuff like that, but it was just, you know, mind blowing. So, you know, like with anything else, I went down like the rabbit hole, the van life rabbit hole, and I probably went on like, man, months and months just watching videos. It's out of this world the amount of videos I done watch pertaining to van life. I probably don't watch some of you all, man. It's like it's out of this world. Then I got into, you know, seeing they have events. You know, Schoolie Palooza was like, they really have an event, because you know, I'm used to going to like car shows and food truck events, and I'm like, they have an event where people come and meet with vans and schoolies and RVs, and they have tiny house festivals. And you know, the more and more I got into it, it just was like a passion. Like I fell in love with it. Like I want to do this one day. Like I really want to do this one day. And so I'm like, showing my wife, like she don't care nothing about it. Like I don't even know why you showing me that stuff. I'm not about to live in nothing but a house. So we going on and on and on and watching it and watching it. I'm like, I'm honestly like 4 years straight. I'm trying to push van life on her, and she's like, I don't care how I'm gonna shower, where we gonna sleep at, how we gonna, you know, do the things we need to do, or just I'm not doing it. House, and I guess both of us at that point was accustomed to the normal thing, like house, work, kids go to school, come back home, and I think what happened was the pandemic. When the pandemic hit in 2020, all we could do was sit home, and we couldn't go anywhere. So once the pandemic hit, van life, YouTube like escalated. We was home a lot, and by that van life, YouTube escalating, she started to watch it here and there, and she'll be like, "Oh, I can do that." Then she'll be like, later on, "No, I can't do that." "Oh, I can do that. Hold up, I got a wipe. Where I'm gonna use the bathroom at?" So it was like more and more. I'm trying to push it on her. She's coming around like slowly and slowly, and I think by like 2022, she was like, you know, starting to watch a little more, and I'm sending her all these videos and sending her something that may intrigue her. And um, I think 2022 or 21, she found out about, she seen Nomadic Introvert first. And she started watching Nomadic Introvert. And she started watching, you know, every video put out, she started watching it, and she telling me about it. I'm like, okay, yes, I got a little chance of convincing her to do van life. Then she found Winter is Blue. She started watching Winter is Blue, and in between, she watched those two like faithfully, but she started watching like little others as well. And after that, and she just started watching them and see them go to different places and living out of their van, and she was like, let's do this. Like we can do this. Then I think at that point it was, how do we transition into this? How do we make this thing possible? So, like I said, we bought this for ice cream truck. We turned it into a ice cream truck in the beginning. Took everything out of it, turned it into a van, lift the top up. Then we had a lot going on with my wife's sister, my sister-in-law. Um, she got sick, and we put everything on hold. My wife had to be here for her and do this, and she had to help her out a whole lot. So we put everything on hold, and we was actually going to go full time before that. But she ended up passing away, and we kind of put things on hold again after that. For my wife to get herself together, the family get themselves together, and we came out every now and again to look at the van and do a little something here and there. But we finally came to the point where 2025 we're going to travel, and as soon as she get back, she gonna tell y'all her side and how that van life made her feel. Like I said, it's such a passion of mine, to the point where like I said in the previous video, like I would let one part of my business go in order to do this. And if I could support myself in traveling, get paid to travel almost, like I would do it full time.
So Marcus gave you all I guess like a rundown of how we actually got into wanting to do, I guess, van life or just adventuring in our van. And I know that he told you, as far as me, on my part, I wanted nothing to do with the van. Every time he told me about the van, I'm like, okay, I was not interested. That was just something that I didn't want to do. And if I did, it wasn't a van. It would have been like an RV to travel. But I think after he started telling me, I don't quite know when or how long it was, but after he started telling me and I started kind of seeing like RVs traveling through our town a lot. I mean, like I started paying attention so much to these RVs. I never paid attention to RVs like that. And I'm like, I wonder where these people going, And then I seen Nomadic Introvert, which he told you about. I started watching her, and it probably was like her third episode I started watching. I went back and seen the other two. And then I just watched her all the way up to now, and it's been over 2 years now. And then there was Winter is Blue. I watch him. I watch every single video. And I watch other people as well. I love watching them now. But those were the two that I started actually just watching and, looking forward to seeing the videos, because I'm like, okay, I was really interested in them living in their van, everyday life in their van, what they were doing and how they make money while they're in the van, or just watching how free they look, or not even just a look, but you can tell if somebody is genuine, if somebody is real, you can feel it through the screen. Like I knew that what they were doing was real, or just the fact, like anybody else I watched, it was like, okay, you're living out your van, let me see what you're doing. So I became really, really interested in it. So when we finally when I finally came to the point where it was like, you know what, we can do this. I think I'm ready to see about the van. And you talking about somebody was happy. My husband was happy. And yeah, he was happy about it. So we started gutting it out. And that's the thing that I didn't want to do, because it's blue in the inside, and it was like so nice. I had some things, clean the carpet and things like that, but it was one owner for this van, and it was just so nice. I didn't want to gut it out. I didn't want to do any of that. But as time went on, we started, taking everything out, making a clean canvas. It was like, okay, what we're going to do next. And sometimes with me, I can get very overwhelmed with things like how we're going to do this and what we're going to do and this and that. And with Marcus, he calms me down a whole lot. That's why we work together. We mesh together, because he's very calm. And with me, I'm like, okay, well, we got to do this. What we're going to do about this and how we're going to do this. And, oh no, we need to, that's me. And sometimes I notice that by myself, and I'm like, okay, calm it down. Everything will be okay. He got it worked out. You just help him, pass him what he need, and just be here to support, So with all of that, even like now, us getting on the road and getting the van finished and everything, I'm like, okay, so what we need to do next? We need to go ahead and finish the ceiling. We need to go ahead and do the floor. We need to do the bed. We need to do all this. And it's like in timing, it's going to happen. And I feel like it is happening now. It is happening now. And I would have never thought that I would be ready to just leave the home and hit the road. Take my kids, pack them up, me and my husband and my kids, and just hit the road. I never thought I'd think of something like that or even want to do that, because I'm such a homebody. Like, I like to be home in the warmth, you know, in my own place. But it's like, I always think like, what if we go and travel and just see different things? And I've always like, as I gotten older, I do want to see different places, and seeing these YouTubers going different places, not, you know, all the waterfalls and all this kind of things like that, which I want to see as well, but it's just the fact, like, you just get to go out and see other places. I've never been to a desert or seen like a lot of dirt just riding by. All we have is trees. You know, I'm a country girl, but all we have is trees. It's trees everywhere. And I just, you know, want to see different things. I've never been to New York. I want to see the city lights and Times Square and things like that. So with this van, it makes me feel like I'm able to go and do those things with my family. And I'm just so excited about it. It's such a wonderful thing to look forward to in doing this, whether it's in a car, like I said, an SUV, a truck, a van, an RV, whatever it may be. I'm ready to do it. I just want to adventure and just go new places with my family, just have that experience. So the van is going to be the first thing we're going to use to do that. Coming up, we always travel in the van as well, so I'm not unfamiliar with these vans. When we was younger, like, we used to go to the beach with my uncles and my cousins, and all of us, we used to ride to the beach, to Myrtle Beach with the van. You know, all of us packed in here. You know, we had a fridge and TV and all that kind of stuff. So I know the feeling of it, but like taking it and gutting it out and remodeling, doing it how it see fit for you, and, you know, just traveling myself with my own family, that's something different. And that's what I'm just looking forward to on this adventure. And mostly it's the US. We just want to travel to US. I'm not thinking about internationally right now, which is fine. I want to get around in the United States first. I want to see what the United States have, each state, just to even just touch down or go through. I just want to say, I've been to Texas and Colorado. I've never been those places, and I'm just excited to do it. Like I said, it's so surprising that I am at this point right now, because like you said before, I did not want anything to do with a van, but things change. Things change, and I have changed, and I'm ready. Well, that's going to be it for this video, you guys. I truly, again, thank you all for just clicking on this video, any videos we have, helping us along this journey of us just growing here on this platform and just sharing our experiences and our growth and our journey here with you all and coming along with us on this journey. So thank you, guys. And if you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.